fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
McDonald sets to throw.
Here's a screen to Powell. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 43-yard.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Barkley with a carry on 1st down, and he'll get about 4, so 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
He's tackled.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete here. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go, I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
The kick is...
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Javon Kinlaw brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at the Ravens' 48-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders.
Love's pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On the play, it's 4th down. That's the end of the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's taken down inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now left side on the swing pass.
This is my mode, baby.
Into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your sight? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey.
McDonald's.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, McDonald. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Now Saquon Barkley. And some room to work. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 65 yards on the ground.
At the 2-yard line.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. It's Coleman here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Tevin Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Washington 20, Ravens nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
To throw on second down. McDonald being chased out left. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
24-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Gano on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
It's complete to Hopkins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete to Dion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Play action. It's McDonald. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Looking to throw on second down. McDonald, he's going to fire deep for Ratley. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Damian Ratley. Harrison Smith on the cover.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And now the third-year man out of Rutgers, it's Gus Edwards. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll run it again with Barkley.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Barkley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Love now. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now, the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
On 2nd down now. It's Edwards, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
This is Scarborough. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's McDonald.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun. Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. It's caught by Sanders. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Washington, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Second down, Love. Escaping the pressure right. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Love from the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 4.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Out of the gun, McDonald. And it is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
The first carry for Josh Adams.
Run it right down there.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Josh Adams, his second touchdown on the season.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 15. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Throwing on 1st down. McDonald forced out to his left. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, McDonald. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Bo Scarborough, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On 1st down, this is Adams. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
they'll run again with Adams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
He was brought down by
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Play fake. Here's Love.
That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington.
Brandon Ayuk.
His second touchdown on the season.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And he puts it through.
Makes this Washington 37, Ravens 10.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And I think the ball's out.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a gain of 10.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Flushed out right. His pass caught at the 4. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his second touchdown on the season, and the Ravens get a bit closer.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Well, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
He was brought down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
First down.
Let's go. 60 Bison.
They go play action with McDonald.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
He was covered by Trey Boston.
To throw again. McDonald. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
20-yard line. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Damian Ratley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Set to kick off.
And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here with Adams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Today's final
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Ravens.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Washington,
it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1.